What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Stellar Lumens XLM today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 5th day of July. Here we are at about 24 cents, just below there, 23.7 cents, whatever, 6.9 almost. We had it for a second. 6 hours, 53 minutes left in the day. We did move up to end the weekend. We moved up with Bitcoin on Wednesday and Thursday, but then Friday, yesterday, we moved down 2%. Bitcoin moved down like 1.5%, 1.4%. Today, we're down 0.3%. Is Bitcoin down today? Is it up? It's barely up. Okay, so whatever. A little bit up, a little bit down for Stellar. That's okay. I do think we go lower, but I think we're set up in a very fantastic kind of situation here where we will see a W pattern play out, right? Where you've got this long downward move. You've got what I like to call the nipple, or like the central point of the W, the focal point. You'll probably come down from a double bottom, and then you will move up from there. It could be even a Adam and Eve pattern in the making, and I think that'd be glorious. But we probably do go a little bit lower. Do we go lower than this low? Maybe. And if we do, I think we would find a double bottom. We don't have to, though. We definitely don't have to. Let's look at the short-term stuff, and then we'll zoom out from there, okay? Oh, I need to like sit back because, oh man, I've been like hunched over. I've done like the Taylor Swift hunch. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyways, if you don't know what I'm talking about, consider yourself lucky. All right, so let's see here. Let's see. 1 hour time frame. That looks like a bear flag. It does. Like, if we're being honest, right? Kind of like a move down. It's like the bearish hockey stick of death and destruction. It's the Canadian flag, or I don't know. That sounds wrong. I'm not trying to say Canadians are death and destruction. I just mean I'm thinking of a hockey stick, so I thought of Canada. It did not. That delivery was not. It sounded better in my. Anyways, 23.7 cents. Shout out to the Canadians up there in the Great White North. 23.7 cents. 51 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame candle. We're probably going to move lower from a low to a high here. 0.5 to the 382. Yeah, that's pretty standard procedure when working your way lower. Because you either do or you don't find support at the 0.5, and I think at this point we've basically validated that we don't. So golden ratio at least down to 23.29. Let's say 23.3 cents, 23.1 cents, something in that area. Find support at this little bull flag right there. Find support at prior support even, right? If we go back here, you can see that there's a little bit of support right there. Support at the golden ratio, support at prior resistance, support at prior support back here. And if we keep going, let's keep going. Let's see. Nope. I don't know what just happened to mine, and I'm in automatic scale. That's why. So yeah, that's basically all we have in the short term. But a significant area nonetheless, right there at about 23.3 cents. Okay, maybe even just a little bit below there. 1 hour RSI looks bearish. The 1 hour stochastics look bearish, and the MACD, while positioned upward right now, is below the zero line. You're actually in an area that we'd expect you to reject. Bearish. Last time that you were up like this, you came down, kind of came up, and then you went down, right? Came down, kind of went up, and you probably come down. That doesn't mean just because you did that last time you have to do that, but that kind of is my expectation, and in line with what these other two indicators say. 4 hour time frame now, 23.7 cents. We do have, stochastics have momentary higher lows, but we're just getting into that oversold zone. Getting oversold in the stochastics essentially means that move should be getting started right now, right? 4 hour time frame doesn't mean it has to be right here, right now, but 4 hour time frame is good for like the next 3 to 5 days. So sometime between now and then, we should be seeing not just the move begin, but probably even resolution of this next move down. So just because we move down for 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, however long it is, doesn't mean that we're going to go through the floor. We can move down at a very slow pace, as we kind of do. And again, I am expecting 23 cents to be an area that we find support at. Let's see. What about this one from a low to a high? Yeah, that 0.5 is right there. I like it. Maybe we go down to 22.6, 22.8 cents, something like that. I never even took the measure move of this bear flag. I just don't think, I think it looks like a bear flag, but I don't think that it'll operate as one, right? If you're like counting on this to be the measure move, like I mean, maybe it's in the golden ratio of this more of the larger consolidation phase, of the larger fib range here at this lower end of the consolidation phase. It encapsulates this lower end of the consolidation phase, so it's a more significant fib is all I'm trying to say. Sure, maybe we go down to 22.8 to 22.6, but I wouldn't expect anything too crazy past that to happen. I'm still thinking 23 cents holds. MACD, who cares? It's just ugly, so it probably doesn't actually matter that much. RSI looks bearish, stochastics look bearish, so lower. Yeah, lower probably. Daily time frame here. And Bitcoin's just been so volatile, man. If we look at this on a 15-minute time frame, like that's some good trading. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but man, if you've been taking it, like look at how many tradable opportunities this is. Right? And I know you degens use 100x leverage. You shouldn't use more than 10x leverage, but even then, man, probably even more than like 5x leverage. But look at all those tradable opportunities. Just sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. And you could sell there and still be in the green if you think that it's getting shaken out and scaled. If you scale it by this candle, you could just sell right here. We're probably gonna break out at some point. You don't get too many opportunities, but very, very tradable. I was just checking on the price because I see it being so damn volatile. I'm like, wow. But it's basically in the same range it's been. Anyways, I digress. Daily time frame, RSI rejecting the 50, bearish. Stochastics can't get overbought, bearish. MACD, I could take it or leave it, but 2 out of 3 bearish. We're gonna say that this doesn't really matter. Although it's potentially getting us set up for some bullish stuff. Bullish. We'll see. We'll see. Inevitably, I think we go a little bit lower. We're getting set up for this Adam and Eve pattern, this W pattern. We will go higher. When we go higher, when we finally do this, I expect a miraculous, spectacular recovery in a very, very short and dramatic fashion. We should see prices that skyrocket all the way up to about $1.54 at a minimum. It's about a 6x move. I think 220, 240, something like that at a maximum. It's about a 10x move. 6, it's a little bit more than a 6, isn't it? Let's see, 6. It's like a 6.3x to a 10x move, somewhere in there. That's what I think we're going to do. I favor prices that are just above $2, but probably not too far above there, right? Could you go higher? Could you go to your golden ratio? Sure. Yeah, it could happen. But 14x, I don't know. I'm not saying it can't happen, but I'm just saying much past that, you're kind of pushing your limits, and I think that that's more than adequate right there. Let's just see. What'd you do here? There, you did go above your golden ratio. You're 1.618. Here, you definitely did as well, I think. Yeah, you did. Okay, I mean, 2 out of 2. That's not bad. I mean, maybe I'm not bullish enough on Stellar, you guys, when we go to 358, but we've done this so many times. We've also done, I wasn't going to do this, but let's just do this real quick. It's kind of annoying for me to do this. It's just so tedious, but I know you guys appreciate it, so, you know, that's what we'll do. And it helps validate my point of why I don't think we're going to go up above $2 too much, okay? Stellar versus Bitcoin. We plug in what we assume the Bitcoin price will be. And this is a lot of assuming, but it lines up with the target areas that we were also assuming on a different chart here, so it kind of helps make sense out of that $2.50 price area. So Stellar BTC, I wouldn't call this a bull flag at this point. It's just so far gone. But you are in a bullish phase of consolidation. You're in a falling wedge, and you likely will break out of this and go to the upside. Okay, you likely will. Absolutely you will. Where are you going to go? Are you going to go right here where you found resistance multiple times before? Maybe. Maybe you do. We could take a measurement from there and see what happens, but I would think you go to the next level. I would think that XLM Stellar goes up to about at least here, which is 401121. Let's do that real quick. Google calculator. Let's see. Look right there. In line with these highs, that's support. These highs here, kind of shaving it down. I'm trying to be conservative. Let's just do 401. Okay, 401. Multiply that by the perceived outcome for Bitcoin. I don't want to do a Bitcoin analysis, so you're just going to have to trust me on this. Let's just say 160K. I think it's going to go to 180K, though. Again, trying to be conservative here. Oh, I could have done that math. $1.60. Okay, so $1.60 at the low end. We made sense out of that $1.54 low end target, right? Conservative. I feel like I'm being conservative. So yes, we're making sense out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it goes to 180, we don't need to do that. That's about $1.80. Okay, cool. Cool. So if Stellar Lumens versus BTC on a conservative note goes here, we just made sense out of $1.60 to $1.80. Okay. If we go all the way up here, which I think is a very viable option versus BTC, I mean, you can see how this thing rips, man. It really does rip. I wouldn't be surprised at all if our next target area went all the way up there. From a high to a low, it's also the golden ratio zone, right? Perfect area to go to. If we do, that's 4 zeros, 157, 1569. 4 zeros, 1569. Multiply that by, again, 160K, just for funsies. $2.50, right? Could we go higher than that? Sure. If Bitcoin goes to 100 and let's even say 190K. Now we're being a bit the opposite of conservative. Generous, 298. Generous, 298, and the golden ratio is all the way up at 358. I highly doubt that you would get this close to the golden ratio and not hit it. So no, I don't think that we see that. I think that we really have made the most sense out of something in this area here. Yeah, does that make sense? I mean, the targets that we got, 251. That's even a little bit high for what I could see, but that's fair. Anyways, guys, I got nothing else. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye.